How's it going, everybody? Yep, I'm not in the garage. I'm actually sitting in my living room. Going to talk about something totally different besides cars and more of a situation of helping a friend out when they need you the most. So, after coming back from No Name Nationals and stuff, I really haven't done anything out in the garage. I've been resting, recuperating. Of course, I had dental surgery, so yes, I'm still trying to learn how to talk with these, but getting better every day. So anyway, as y'all know, about the last hurricane that came through and what it did to Florida, what it did North Carolina and Georgia and stuff like that. Well, my friend, Don Yancey, has been doing work down in Florida for the past 3 years. So he decided to take his RV down and staying at an RV park in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Well, when the last hurricane came through, they had, like 5 to 7 foot water table coming through, flooding everything out. And he was unable to get back down there in time to pull his RV out of the park. So he got off lucky. And a friend was down there, was keeping tabs on what was going on. Sent him a little bit of video. The water did get up to his RV, probably about 3 foot, something like that. And was within 4 inches of going into the door of the RV. So he got lucky.
Hey Don, dude, this is where the water came up. I think you're okay. It's probably in your compartments, but it looks like the water was up to here. So there's your door. I mean, like I think the inside of your place is okay. I'm not sure how much extra you got hanging down. But I'm gonna go grab some stuff from my shop, and when I come back, I'll open some compartments and let this stuff air out. Let's see. Oh shit, dude. It's messy, but there's no more water sitting in here. All right, buddy. Well, I'll be in touch. I got my place is wrecked. Yeah, we had like 3 feet of water come into my place, so I got a lot of work to do. But call me if you need me, Don. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
So I reached out to him. I was like, hey, there's another system coming in. I'll go with you and we can go get your RV and come back. Well, he finally reached out to me Wednesday and said, hey, I'm going to Florida on Sunday. Can you still go with me? I said, sure. So I rearranged my schedule a little bit. You have to excuse me, I'm kind of glancing over and watching the updates on the hurricane right now. And so we left out Sunday, about 5 in the morning. Got down there about 6 o'clock, something like that, to assess what damages was to the RV, if none. And our game plan was to go down there, assess, pull the wheels off, repack the bearings because the salt water and stuff, if water got into the seals, and check out power and stuff because there was no power there. So we get down there and we assess what's going on. Ate dinner that night, slept, got up Monday morning, started packing everything up. Now, before I get too far into this, I'm going to turn around and show you some pictures and stuff that I took when we got there. And this is damage from the last hurricane that came through. And kind of give you an idea what the RV park looks like. There wasn't hardly anybody there when we got down there, except for the people who are hardcore. So here's some pictures of that.
where you walked into the laundry room. Laundry room set right there. Hey, can you FaceTime me?
Hold on just a second. Let me get the phone. Yeah.
FaceTime me. Double up, so I don't have to hear that diggy all the way. Make her feel better. Out here, there is piles 6 foot tall.
Oh.
But I got some good news for you. The elderly couple did not perish. They are alive and well in the park.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. So, all right. Well, we're going to go to Cody's to get something to eat.
So that was from the last hurricane just hit. I think it's Helen or Helene, where you want to call it. So it did a lot of damage to the park. It burnt down the bathroom / shower house, laundry room. The apartment above it got destroyed. There's a few RVs that were left there because the water had gotten into them, so they got to stay put. Their insurance write-offs. But like I said, Don got a little lucky. And so Monday, we started breaking everything down with the RV and everything. Went to a warehouse, got his motorcycle so we can get it loaded into the RV. And of course, everybody's out running around trying to get their stuff down, locked down, boards being screwed up on houses and businesses and stuff like that. Well, Tarpon Springs is right there on the edge of everything. And the storm that's coming in this time, they're saying that the water level is going to be higher than it was before. So we had to get it done. So our original plan was to spend Monday getting everything together. And then Monday night, we were going to go see some of my family down there in Tampa and try to do some visiting and then get up 4 a.m. Tuesday morning and get the hell out of Dodge. Well, as we were packing things up and getting things situated with the RV, they started doing evacuations, mandatory evacuations for zones A, B, and C down there. And of course, his RV was in zone A. And I have a cousin that lives down there like a mile and a half from the RV park in Holiday. And she was worried and asked if she could follow us out. And I was like, sure. Well, her nighttime driving is not that great, according to her. She says, as long as I can follow you, I can see you, and I'll be all right. So our stay got cut short. There was already businesses shutting down, boarding up. Our auto parts stores were shutting down. Gas stations were running out of gas. And a lot of people were heading north. So we went ahead and made the decision to get everything packed up, ready to go, and hit the road. Because, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people heading north. So we met my cousin at a Winn-Dixie parking lot, and she was going to follow us. So we all met up, made sure her fluids were all topped off in her van and everything, and we began to hit the road. And at this time, it's still daylight. It's starting to get dark, but it's still daylight. So we're heading, everything's doing good. Traffic was slow. I mean, it took an hour to go 20 miles. And so it got dark, and all of a sudden, we lost my cousin. I saw her turn off. I was like, okay, maybe something's wrong with the van. And she doesn't have a regular cell phone. So I spun back around, went back to try to find her, couldn't find her. And so I reached out to family to let them know, like, hey, she was following us, now she wasn't. So I was really worried about that. And I was like, well, maybe she might have just turned around, got nervous, and went back home. So I turned around, headed back north. And by this time, Don's now like 15 miles ahead of me. And me trying to catch up with him with track just wasn't going to happen. So we left. Traffic's bad. Still hadn't heard from her. We're heading back north. We're taking the back way up until we can cut across over to Gainesville, because 75 was just like totally backed up from Tampa to Ocala. And by the time we got over to 75, it was just backed up. And so we made it to Valdosta, Georgia, which is on exit 5 in Georgia. We got there at a little after 1 a.m. So we left Tarpon Springs about 6 o'clock. So it took a long time just to get to there, but man, I was so tired, because Don and I both hardly had any sleep. And so we stopped there and stayed the night. Got up next morning, left at about 10 o'clock. And traffic is still slow going on 75 in Georgia. So we got ready, topped off our fuel tanks, got on, started heading. And man, it was back-to-back traffic all the way up past Atlanta. And by the time we got out of Atlanta, I think we got close to Cartersville, Georgia, everything finally opened back up to where we can put the hammer down. But it was one of the longest trips in my life. So we had breakfast and everything there. Pulled out, left, went down the road, and of course we stopped a couple times and checked the RV, make sure everything was all right, make sure our tractor was okay. We finally made it home about 9 o'clock last night, a little after. So this was one of the longest trips from Florida back I ever had in my life. I think it ended up together being about 18 hours. Usually I can make that trip down there in about 10 hours. So with everything going on, everything, it took an extra 8 hours roughly to get back home. But we made it home. The RV made it home. We lost brake lights on the RV and stuff like that. So the damage to the RV from the flood, it took out the rear motor on the lift legs and the back, so we had to put those up manually. There was water that was up in the underpinning of the RV, but a lot of that got dumped out when we left. And so hopefully all that's going to be fine when it dries out. But overall, it could have been a lot worse. And I guess the main thing about this is to help your friend, help your neighbors. And I didn't have any second thoughts about going down there and helping him. And, his remark was, I don't know how I can repay you for helping me. I couldn't do this by myself. I was like, listen, that's what friends do. And I do it again. But as far as all my family and friends in Florida, I hope you are safe. I hope you're in a shelter somewhere or secured in your home. And this is supposed to be one of the worst hurricanes to go through in the past 100 years that's going to be going through Tampa. But all my other friends out there that have YouTube channels like NSB Customs, Cletus McFarland, and all those guys, and I'm probably forgetting some people. Y'all just stay safe. And hopefully y'all be able to get through all this. But just wanted to share something with you that wasn't car related. But, you know, basically, like I said, it's about helping your fellow neighbor and friends. And we got him back. He's good to go. So now he just needs to get some stuff repaired on the RV. At least it wasn't totaled out. But other than that, guys, that's about it for right now. I'm at home resting. It did take a lot out of me. And as you can see, my little chihuahua over here, she's down for the count almost. But other than that, guys, y'all have a safe one. And we'll be getting back to some car content soon. And I'll see you down the road.